Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we will talk about the third trimester. I am actually around 36 weeks pregnant right now, and I know that there's still a little bit of time to go, 4 to 6 weeks or so. But there are two reasons why I wanted to film this video now. First of all, next week it's holidays. It's like the week between Christmas and New Year's, and I really wanted to take it off. And then the week after we will go for a baby scan, which we might find out, not which we might, where we will find out if I need to get induced early or not. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But yeah, that is one of the reasons, and the second reason is that I really wanted to film this video before the baby is out, because I don't know how the fourth trimester is going to be and how easy it will be to film, and I wanted to get it out for you while it's still fresh in my mind. So I will talk about the same 10 things that I touched on in my second trimester video, and starting with the most exciting thing that happened this trimester. And to be honest, I don't think there was any major milestone. I really enjoyed the baby scans, like seeing her every time. I really enjoy her movements. We will talk more about that in detail. And I also really enjoyed a couple of trips that we took over the past 2 months or so since we entered the third trimester. In terms of symptoms, I have to say that there's nothing really new that popped up this trimester. I had very minimal acid reflux. I don't know if it's because of the omeprazole, which I take daily, and I'm gonna talk more about medicine in a separate section. Also very minimal sickness. It doesn't happen very often, and other than that, not much happened. Like emotionally, I will try to do a vlog tomorrow. I would really like to do a day in the life vlog where I show you what I eat and how I prep for labor. But I have been meditating every day for about 15 minutes, and I feel like that helped a lot, because there were times, and I'm gonna talk more about that in the baby scan, like when I heard that the baby is potentially too big, I started feeling a sense of guilt and things like that, and I feel like meditation really helped me. And physically also, I mean, as everyone else, right, you get bigger in the third trimester, so it's a little bit heavier, a little bit harder to get out of the bed, and you need to go to the toilet more often, but still feeling pretty good. In terms of cravings, I don't think anything special popped up. Like the rest of the pregnancy, I never really craved something that I had to have every day. I really enjoy eating homemade meals, so I might show you that in the vlog that I'm gonna film tomorrow. And of course, we've also been eating out, like when we've been away on trips. I can eat sweets, like I said, in the second trimester, and I would say I also ate them a little bit more this trimester, because we went to our favorite chocolateries. So almost every day I would say I have a couple of chocolate truffles. And I crave fruit still between the meals, so we always have at home like apples and clementines and oranges and grapefruit. And weirdly enough, I started eating bananas. I don't know if it's because we are making our own peanut butter at home, but yeah, Hugh said that he's never seen me opening a banana before, but now we sometimes have it with our fruit platters in the morning or in the afternoon. In terms of movements, the baby is kicking a lot, and what I really like is the fact that she's actually moving right now. What I really like is the fact that she has a pattern now. I actually read in depth that it's normal at this stage of the pregnancy, so I can sometimes feel her in the morning, and then for an hour or two she's probably napping, because I don't feel her at all, and then she wakes up. But yeah, generally she kicks a lot when I'm sitting for too long. Like if I sit in a car or if I sit on a chair, I guess she doesn't like the lack of movement so much. And yeah, her kicks are really strong and really visible. I might insert a clip of a baby bump so that you can see the kicks, but we have not seen, like some people say that they can see like hands poking through or like little feet. We have not seen that yet. Let me give you a bump update as well. So as I said, I'm week 36 now, and I was just looking at the second trimester video, and I must say that the belly grew quite a lot. So this is the baby bump at 36 weeks. In terms of physical changes, as you just saw, the baby bump grew quite a lot. Beyond that, I have to say that, yeah, like I said, I'm feeling pretty good in my body, still able to move and exercise and tie my shoes or whatever. And I feel like exercising really helps with that. I try to do a workout, like a half an hour workout every day. And I can also link it for this video, but if I'm gonna vlog tomorrow, I might show you a snippet of the workout that I'm doing. And I will link the YouTube channel that I use. I think it's called Pregnancy and Postpartum TV, and I really like their walking workouts, which are appropriate for pregnancy. They are like generally full body workouts without any, so low impact, without, it doesn't require any type of equipment, but you walk in between, so you burn like a good amount of calories, and it keeps your flexibility and mobility, which I think helps both during pregnancy, and it will also help afterwards. Nevertheless, I do have sometimes like pain. I would say like in my glutes and in my like lower, middle and upper back, sometimes shoulders, especially if I sit down for a very long time in the car or at home, or I remember when I went and did my hair a couple of weeks ago, because I had to stay with the bleach for a long time, and then afterwards with the toning shampoo and so on, I could really feel the pain. And also when we built the baby nursery, the furniture, the wardrobe and the bed, again, I felt like quite stiff. But for that, I actually see a massage therapist every 2 weeks and an osteopath every 3 weeks. And they work, like the massage therapist always works on like my glutes and back, and does a little bit of lymphatic drainage, because as you know, during pregnancy you can get like some swelling, and I get swollen legs sometimes, not bad, but still a little bit. And the osteopath also works mostly on my back area. So in terms of baby scans, we had a scan, I think, soon after I filmed the second trimester video. I think it was at 28 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. And the baby back then was like 1.37 kilos. So she was growing well. She had like enough amniotic fluid. Everything looked well in terms of like the activity with the umbilical cord and the placenta. And yeah, everything looked good. And then we had another scan a couple of weeks ago at week 33, and in that scan the doctor told us that the baby was 2.6 kilos, so her growth had accelerated, and based on that she was predicted to be around 3.9 kilos at due date, so at 40 weeks. So that is when she told us that depending on how the next scan goes, which is in week 38, so about exactly 2 weeks from today, depending on how that goes, so if it stays the same, she will probably not let me go more than 1 week past due date, because then the baby would already be like 4.1 kilos. And if the growth accelerates, they might also induce me earlier. But yeah, I think that I will try to vlog the birth, or like some snippets of the birth, and I might vlog that baby scan, since it's theoretically our last baby scan with a gynecologist, and also the one where we find out if I'm going to be induced earlier or not. And basically after that scan, if you don't get induced early here in Switzerland, you get another scan at 40 weeks, which you do directly in the maternity ward of the hospital. They do like a check and an ultrasound, and I think that there they would again check. So even if the baby's growth doesn't accelerate until week 38, if by week 40 she grows a lot, they might still make a decision to induce me earlier than 41 weeks. In terms of medicine, not much changed, so I still take every morning. The first thing that I take is the omeprazole. Again, I'm not a doctor, so check with a doctor what is safe for you and for your pregnancy, but this one helps with acid reflux. And then I take some magnesium. You can take this up to twice a day. I take it only in the morning. And I've been more consistent with the vitamins in the past couple of weeks because I felt like people were getting sick around us and I really didn't want to get sick. These are the vitamins that I'm using. I think I featured them in the second trimester video as well. But yeah, I stopped for a while after I got sick. I think I told you in the second trimester video that I felt sick one of the mornings. And afterwards I stopped taking them, but now I'm back on for the past maybe like 2 weeks or so. I've been taking them daily. And other than that, in between the 28 and 33 week scan, I did the flu vaccine because it's December here and it's flu season. And at the 33 week scan, both Hugh and I did the boost vaccine, so the vaccine against whooping cough, which is recommended here in Switzerland, since it is something that if the baby gets and they did not get the antibodies from you, from the vaccine, it could be deadly for them. Okay, so let's talk about traveling. I think we've done quite a bit of traveling this trimester as well. Like we flew to London for the Trevor Noah show. I vlogged that weekend as well. I don't know if it will go up before or after this video. And we also, last weekend, we went to the area of Gstaad because it was Hugh's birthday. Both trips were kind of like 1.5 hours, luckily. So like the London trip was a 1.5 hour flight, and for Gstaad it was a car ride. And I have to say that it's not super comfortable traveling in the third trimester because, I don't know, like you sitting for a very long time is just not very comfortable. I remember my osteopath even told me that those frequent pee breaks are basically a way for the body to move, because it's unnatural for the body to be still while the baby moves, something like that. Anyway, I'm not a doctor, but I would say, yeah, it's getting more and more difficult to travel. But nevertheless, I've been feeling really well. Like I was able to walk. I think in London we did more than 25,000 steps one of the days. And also when we went to Gstaad, we took a walk one of the mornings, which was like 1.5 hours. I just need to take breaks sometimes because I get out of breath, especially if we go up. Since the baby is so big, like the space for my lungs is getting smaller and smaller. But other than that, yeah, I've still enjoyed the travels. We had a really great time. And the final thing that I want to talk about in this third trimester recap is, as I said, I try to always, like I film separate videos with things that we bought for the baby. And there are a couple of extra items that we bought that I'm going to show you maybe in the vlog that that I'm going to film tomorrow. But in these videos, I want to show you things that I buy for myself. And I bought a couple of things for before birth. The first one is a yoga ball. And I'm going to link it down below. I think it's called Glynis, maybe. I think it's size medium, 65 centimeters. I think it's the one that they have in Decathlon. Only when we went to Decathlon, they didn't have the right size in store, so we ordered it online. And then a couple of other things that I bought for before birth, and I'm gonna talk in detail about like my daily routine for labor prep tomorrow. But we bought some raspberry leaf tea, which is something that they recommended us in the prenatal classes, and I've also seen other people on YouTube talking about it. So it's basically a tea you can drink, I think, certain amount even before the last weeks of pregnancy, but in the last weeks of pregnancy I think you can drink up to 3 or 4 cups per day, and it's supposed to really help strengthen the uterus. But I think that in large quantities it can also induce contractions, so maybe that's why you're not supposed to drink too much of it too early on in the pregnancy. And then another thing that we bought is the Veleda, the perineal massage oil, if it focuses. There you go. So again, I will talk more about it in the vlog tomorrow, but basically if you haven't heard of it, it is not really a massage like Emily Oster said. It is more like perineal stretching, and it's massage slash stretching of the pelvic floor muscles that you can either do yourself or together with your partner. There are lots of resources out there, like pictures and videos, video animation videos of how to do it. It is not super comfortable, but also I think, at least in my experience, we've only been doing this for like 3 days. It's bearable and it's supposed to help with tearing. I think Emily Oster said that data shows that, of course, it doesn't like guarantee that if you do it for a certain amount of time, you will not have any tearing, but it reduces the risk of degree 3 and 4 tearing, and it makes it more likely for you to have just a degree 1 or 2 tearing if you have natural birth. And again, it's something that is recommended, I think, around like 36 weeks, so in the last 3-4 weeks of the pregnancy. And the final thing that I bought for before the pregnancy is Epino. This is a device. I can show you what comes inside. We got the plus version, so it comes with a little pouch with a measuring template in inches and in centimeters to see your progress. And basically the device itself looks like this, and the plus version also has this like scale to measure the pressure. And the idea is that at least before labor, there are 3 things that you can do. After you put the device inside, you can try to like pull it up and release it to strengthen your pelvic floor muscles and prepare for birth. The second thing that you can do is, using this lever, you can actually press this pump and increase the size of the device. So once you put it inside, then you can like pump up to the level at which you feel comfortable. And they recommend to not go, of course, above 10 centimeters because that's the size of the baby. But it might be that when you start it's like 2 or 3 centimeters, and the next day maybe it's 4, and the next day 5. So yeah, they recommend to do it up to a level of comfort that you can handle. And this is also recommended kind of like the perineal stretching just in the last weeks of the pregnancy in preparation for birth. Again, there's no proof that this is going to completely remove any type of tearing, but I actually have a friend who recently gave birth in Australia, and she said that she didn't have any perineal tearing and she used Epino, while her friends who did have tearing. So you never know, and in the end it's like a 15-20 minutes thing that we do in the evening, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it was not like a huge effort. And the final things that I bought are more like postpartum. Some of them you will have already seen maybe in my hospital bag video, if that one goes up before this one. But I'm going to show them to you anyway. So I got a pyjama. The hospital provides a hospital gown for labor itself. You can also bring your own pyjama, like with dress pyjama without bottom if you want, but I think I'll just wear a hospital gown. And I got a pyjama for afterwards from Posh Peanut in this like pink ribbed material, which is like really soft because I just wanted something that is really comfortable. It also has buttons up, so it is breastfeeding friendly. And yeah, basically regardless of whether you have a natural birth or a C-section, you know that you will still like look pregnant afterwards, so it is good to have things that are not too tight around the belly. The second thing that I got is 2 nursing bras. The ones that I chose are from Bravado, and they are not the classical nursing bras where you like unclip them, but they have a V-cut, so you can easily open them and breastfeed, and they are this super soft material. I saw them on the Health and Nutrition's YouTube channel. So yeah, this is what I went for. The third thing that I got is some hair scrunchies. These are from Lily Silk. I got a black one and a skin color cream one. I got them on Amazon, and they are really nice because they are silk, so they don't make your hair frizzy, and also they don't leave any dents in your hair. And I think at least during labor, but maybe also postpartum, you will not want to have your hair in your face. So yeah, this is a good option if you don't want to have a hair tie that like hurts your head. The next thing that I got is, I think I talked about nursing pads in one of my previous videos. If not, I had bought the ones from Philips Avent, and I tried now a new version, the ones from Lancino. And like I said in my hospital bag review, basically they are very similar. The Lancino ones are a little bit more padded, so they might absorb the liquid better, but both of them have just like two stripes that are sticky, which works well inside the bra, not so well if you're not wearing a bra, like they might come off pretty easily. But yeah, I also gave a go to this brand. And another thing that I ordered is the only thing that hasn't arrived yet, but I just checked this morning and it reached Switzerland, so hopefully it will be delivered very soon, is some Freedom Mom disposable underwear. Again, like the hospital provides some sort of underwear for postpartum, but they told us that if we think that that's uncomfortable, or if we have something else that we prefer, we can bring our own. So I think that I'll pack like 2 or 3 of those to have them at the hospital, just in case the ones that they provide are not so comfortable. And then I think the pack has 8 pieces, so I will also have a few of them to use at home the following days. Another postpartum care item that I bought from Freedom Mom is the cooling pad liners. So this, I think, is a pack of 24, and basically you can just like put them on top of the big pad that you're going to use, just to get that cooling effect, especially if you have stitches or tearing, you might have like pain, and this provides some like soothing for you. And then the last 2 things, I also got some nipple cooling pads from Medela, these ones. So basically there's 4 of them inside. I just wanted to try something. So basically they provide like pain relief for sore or cracked nipples, and the way you use them is you can either keep them for a couple of minutes under running cooling water, or put them in the fridge or freezer. And yeah, I think that you can use one for up to 24 hours, and then you should change it. So yeah, just in case I have troubles with sore nipples, I thought this might provide some relief. And the last thing that I bought are some pads. I got the ones from Lancino, and I got 2 versions, the ones from 0 to 2 weeks, which are like immediately after birth. You know that you will bleed quite a lot, so you will need pads that can absorb quite a lot of liquid, quite a lot of blood. And people say that you might have to change them every 2 hours or so. So I got, I think, a pack of 30, which hopefully will be enough for the first 3 to 5 days. They say that afterwards the level of the blood should go down. And I also got a pack of the ones that are above 2 weeks. I think I got only a pack of 10, just to have enough for a couple of days, because those are much easier to come by. Like these ones, the ones for right after birth, are not so easy to find in the local retail shops, but the regular ones are, so I can just go with any other brand that I can find here in Switzerland. So that was it in terms of 3rd trimester updates. Like I said, to be honest, I know that a lot of people talk about the 3rd trimester like this really big scary thing. And it's true that you get a little bit heavier and a little bit slower. But other than that, I must say that I've really enjoyed the 3rd trimester, and I've been feeling really good both mentally and physically. I will leave the video here for now. I hope that you found it useful. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments how your third trimester went, or if you have any other questions about the third trimester that I have not touched upon. And don't forget to subscribe. We post here every single week and it's free, but it really supports our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye!